This is me, Bob, joined by my good friend Nell. This is DTR. It's Thursday night. This means we're with Division 2. Welcome, Nell.
Good evening, Bog. Yep, pleasure to be here again. Round number 11, so a penultimate round of the season. We've got a sprint race and a full race tonight. So
At Suzuka,
interesting.
Japan.
That's it, indeed, yes. Yeah, and obviously a one-shot qualification as well that we'll be jumping straight into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should be starting like any second now. We're waiting for the drivers to pick their setup strategy, fuel, and all that.
Yep, just waiting for the last one's coming. Got obviously missing tonight. Got Magic Poop Cannon, so obviously third in the championship is missing. Pretty much is going to put him out of the picture. Does have his Joker to play, but if Honey Badger gets 12 or more points today, then I think that's pretty much going to put Poop Cannon out of it. But Cavoli's still in the championship battle. 28 points, I think, behind Honey Badger. So interesting to see how this is going to develop next couple of races, Bog.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see how that battle will develop. It's a shame that Magic Pipkin is not around. But let's go on board with the championship leader. So we got a rivalry going on with Honey Badger and Cavolis. Oh, Honey Badger made some mistakes there in the S's.
Yep, dropping down a little bit.
Gaining now though. Quickest now. He made up a lot and that last bend. Oh, very well through the Degners. And it's championship contenders fighting for P1 and 2. With Johnny in the mix. Hummer not far away, as usual with Summers.
Yeah, so the usual suspects towards the top. But yeah, Cavolis and Honey Badger 1-2 in the championship. Currently 2-1 on the track. So I wonder if Honey Badger took a different line through the S's just to try and give himself a bit better speed.
Yeah, well, the exit on the last part was really gained him a lot of time. Here they come out of the final corner. Looks like Honey Badger is on to be over pole. Yes.
Yep. Honey Badger on top by 4/10.
Wow.
Had a fantastic sector 3 there. So yeah, congratulations there to Honey Badger. So when he wants to start the championship, could be in no better place.
Yeah. Don't forget, there's a lot of points to gain tonight. With the sprint extra. So we got Honey Badger and Cavolis, and we have Hummer, Johnny, Summers, Pipke, Ricca. Then we have Young Auxiliary, Andre Romero. And then we get to Skipper Double D-Rush Pombeer Composite. And we got Connor and brother Adam who invalidated.
Yep. Let's see what tyres they'll go for. Should be mediums just to get themselves through the sprints. I think the softs are a bit of a stretch. Obviously hard's completely unneeded, so medium is going to be, I'd say, probably the 95% choice, if not 100. But we'll soon find out. People just putting their setups in now. I didn't find it too bad on fuel last night, Bog.
I don't think so. It usually is a track with high fuel usage and tire depth. So the undercut works pretty good. But I went over quite a bit on the fuel and I never got in trouble. But to be fair, I never really looked at it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was as bad as I remember before. But I suppose we had the late safety car as well, which helped. Sort of with, what did we have, 5 to go? But we'll see. We'll be expecting a safety car or 2 tonight, not necessarily in the sprint race. But I think we'll get some a bit later on. Right.
Formation
So,
lap.
yep, just going to have a quick look at the tyres, and everybody has gone for the yellow mediums. So no tyre advantage or disadvantage there. It's just going to be down to raw pace and talent. So sprint race at 9 laps, I think, for the sprint race. But yeah, interesting tonight. Hummer, I think this is a track that Hummer does quite well at, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, usually pretty quick. Well, everyone is on the mediums.
Yep. Yep, so no advantage. Keeping an eye on the Manchester United score. They're currently 0-0. Okay, so up the hill now, going to be coming around 360R on to into the chicane. Let's see what camera angle we get when everybody's lined up in the grid. But Honey Badger is obviously going to be the first to settle into that pole position slot.
Will they fight for it with the 2 of them, or is one of someone else is gonna?
Oh, it's a pretty loaded front grid, to be honest. Front, you know, sort of 4 or 5 of the front 6, I think. We'll see. We'll find out very, very shortly. So Brother Adam in the Mercedes coming round to pick 17th position and the final space on the grid. So Bog, I'll let you take the lights.
Well, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And off we go. Oh, I think that's a great start by Honey Badger.
Good start by Johnny as well.
Yeah, Johnny on the inside. Is he going to take P3, I think? Yeah, because Hammer moves up to P2. Yeah, so Cavalis drops to P4.
Yeah, but everybody around the first couple, we had a little bit of nose banging, but I mean, that's always the way when you've got everybody breaking into a corner, the concertina effect. But didn't see any carbon fibre, so we should be good to race.
Summers with an aggressive move on Cavalis, and Cavalis loses another position.
Yeah, so Cavalis down into 5th. Be losing 4 points at the moment.
Yeah, no worries for that. I mean, it just needs a good result, preferably in the future race, to finish ahead of Honey Badger.
Yeah. Still a long way to go as well, obviously, with the people in front. As long as Honey Badger doesn't bolt too much, if Hummer can cling on to him, those two start fighting, there is ground to be made up round here.
Right, top 8 get points. And don't forget, there's more to play for than just the Drivers' Championship. It's Cavalis and his teammate Ricca in the Ferrari that lead constructors.
Yep. Connor's made up 3 positions up to 13th.
He's going to need to make up a lot more to get some points, though.
Another 5. If he does 3 per lap, he'll be in the lead soon.
and then probably spin.
No comment.
Brought Adam in the pit. Guess not everyone got through safe. Right, Honey Badger seems to be running away with it. Johnny is trying to put some pressure on Hummer. Yellow. I think D-Rush in the V-Carb. Yeah, he's in trouble.
Yeah, coming out of Degner 2.
Literally under the bridge. Behind Johnny, we've got Summers and Cavolis fighting for 4th spot. They're side by side.
Yeah, I don't want to fight too much because they're dropping out of DRS.
Yeah, but also Cavolis needs every point he can get. So you can't take too much risk.
And mind you, Summers now won't have DRS. Cavolis will get some really good exit off that corner as well. So Cavolis should make the move, stick
he
up
does.
into 4th position.
Inside, well done.
A bit further back, who do we have? Double and Connor side by side down into turn 1. Double going just a bit wide there, and Connor up into 12th position.
Needs another 4.
Yeah. Yeah, Skipper in front of him now. Skipper in 11th, and as we both found out from last night, Skipper
yellow.
Bloody difficult to get past.
Brother Adam made a mistake again, causing yellow flag, but that's waved up. And D-Rush causing an... Oh, whoa.
Yeah, D-Rush lost it going through the S's there.
Right, back to the lead. Honey Badger not that far ahead of Hummer.
No, half a second, so still within range.
So it's the top 3, and then we have a gap of a second to Cavolis, who is trying everything he can to get within DRS range, which will make it a lot easier not to stay with them, but also to keep Summers behind him.
I'll be honest, if Cavolis had used a little bit of ERS up the top of that hill, he would have been within DRS range. But I think he is now, but the activation zone's already been, so he's not going to get it, is he? Summers now coming under pressure from Pipkey. Connor up to 11th, so makes the move on Skipper. Another 3 places. Got a 2.5 second gap to make up on Romero now, though.
Hummer now really close to Honey Badger. And the thing is, with Hummer or Johnny, they know they're not winning anything this season, like being in any run for a championship or top 3 position. So if they can take a win, they're much eager to risk something than Honey Badger is.
Yeah, or should be.
Yeah.
It's not so easy because we know Honey Badger does like to win on track, even if sometimes he can just ease off and let someone with a penalty run away. So needs to use his head a little bit here to win this championship. He's in a commanding position. But Johnny now closing in on the back. Cavolis again just outside of DRS. It's so frustrating with the DRS because you can be car behind, you can close it and close it and close it and get it down to 1.1 seconds, 1.0 something, and you just miss it, and then down the straight you see it 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. It's a very powerful thing around some of these tracks. Right, so back at the front, Honey Badger still leading the way. Hummer and Johnny putting pressure on him. Then we've got that small gap back to Cavolis of a second.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
Carvalho's would have been able to close in more, but he's not, and actually growing this gap.
Yeah, it's going to now. The fact that, I mean, he's got no DRS, so he can't pull along. I mean, looking at it, Honey Badger is pretty much saving his ERS, as is Hummer. So obviously they've got that power to pull away on the straight.
Ah, we have a corner. Which means a time penalty.
It does indeed. But 3.2 seconds behind Romero, I think he'll struggle to catch that up anyway. Obviously now with that 3 second pen's going to drop a bit
Summers is
down.
off. Summers is off. Oh, yeah. Made a mistake. It's off track, losing a lot, so his chance at points are over.
I will say that was a very good rejoin to track, though. He could have just kept going and pulled out, but saw a couple of cars come in.
Well done.
Good to see.
Plus, he initially took the safe line, like
yeah.
You know the road that once a certain Canadian driver took what he thought was the pit entrance. So he did that very well. I think that shows that Summers has become a better driver. Not quicker, better, like safer.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think even at the start of the season, it would have been more get back on track at all costs, and you know, whereas now he's more aware. I mean, his racing has improved. His results haven't, unfortunately, seem to have gone the opposite way. But that's more down to poor luck, I think, than anything.
Yeah, he could have had it up, but same with Hummer, to be fair.
Yes, yeah. The same with quite a few. Johnny as well has been there or thereabouts, and yeah, let's hope for a bit better tonight. I won't talk about him because that's normally when it goes wrong. But yeah, front three still within DRS. I mean, Cavoda's nearly 2 seconds behind now. But when you look in, Pipke and Riker are 2 seconds behind him, so it's pretty much split out into 3 groups at the front now.
Ricker moves up to P5, and we have a yellow. That's Adam again?
Yeah.
Wow. He's...
Yeah, I think he had a bit of a traction issue coming out of the hairpin. He went for a little spin there, but good thing about the sprint race is you can just carry on, put it to bed, you've got the feature race coming up. And if that goes wrong, you can just go to bed.
Stay there.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't come out until next week.
Yeah, for it all again. But yeah, these front 3 really are bunched up. It's we're gonna have a good little battle towards the end. Johnny just losing a little bit of ground coming through there.
Yeah, but it's quite tough being third in that group, because you don't only have to look at your own braking points and how you take the apex, but you need to take into account not just the car ahead of you, but also the car ahead of that.
Absolutely, yep. I do what I managed to do yesterday, which was wait for them to fight. When they collide, one went left, one went right, and I went straight through the middle.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was in feature race yesterday. I think it was Miyagi. Well, who did exactly not what I just said, and he ended without a front wing.
Yep.
And we were in a party with a few, and we all saw it coming.
Yeah.
Right, they are getting really close now, both in just 2.5 tenths behind each other. Are they going to make a move, or you know what I think? I think I think Hummer's recharging, and he's waiting until the last lap.
Hummer is recharging, yeah, and I think you're right. He is waiting for that last lap. But where do you go? Are you going to go for a run up through 360R right before the final chicane, or are you going to get it done on the start-finish line and then try and lead that lap fully?
Start-finish line.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the best overtaking spot. Like, right here, I would just Stay with him. Stay with him. Line it up. 4.5 tens. If you can get within, you can stay within 4 tens at the end of this corner, which you just not. Then you have a shot. So he just a little bit too far away now. He's going to fully use his ERS, or is not? No,
he's not.
No, he sees it's not going to work, so he does not.
He'll stay close, look for a good exit out of Spoon, and then try and make the move up the hill to 360R. Maybe a late dive into the hairpin. That's pretty much all you've got left now around this track.
Yeah, here he's quicker. He's quicker in the S's. But I think
Honey Badger with a bit of a twitch there. I thought he was going to go off.
Nah, I think what makes it so hard to overtake Honey Badger is that he is I think he's running low wings.
Oh, we could see a move here in the hairpin.
Is he? No. I think Honey Badger is
poor exit.
Yeah, I think he's running low wings, which gives him a lot of speed on that straight. So here we go. Last lap. Just a few corners to go. The exit on Spoon is important. And once again, it's 4 tens. So now it's all or nothing for Hummer. He's just not getting close enough.
He's still not deploying his ERS either.
No. Well done. Well defended by Honey Badger. Well driven by Hummer and Johnny. They finish in the same order. And there's Cavalas in P4. Then we got, Pipke and Rika. Andre moved up to P7. Connor finishes in 8, but with his time penalty, is going to drop. So Romero takes the last point. Then we got Young, Exility, Summers. Good race, but a mistake. But still decent recovery, I think. Connor 11, Skipper 12, Double 13, Palm Bear 14. Composite in 15, and then the two guys who, wish they stayed in bed.
They're just warming up for the feature race. They're warming up for that. So, well, there you go. I told you Connor had finished in 8th. In fact, he got the penalty, dropped him down, but he was still there.
That's a classic Con.
Yeah. There we go. So a good opening race there. If that front three and the back then is anything to go by, we could be in for a cracking race in the feature race.
Yeah. Hopefully, from a spectator view, a little bit more overtake action, fighting, some drama.
Yeah, it was very much a non-D2 like.
Yeah.
Right, so Honey Badger getting those 8 points. Cavolis picking up 5, so a 3-point extension to his lead in the championship for Honey Badger. I'm sure he'll be pleased with that. Right, just waiting for the time to tick down, and then we'll be off to our second one-shot quali of the day. We'll just wait for the drivers to pick their setups, and then we'll jump on live with them again.
Yeah, once
20
again.
seconds to go. Yep, should be good. Have you seen anything on the weather at all, Bob?
No, I think it was going to be dry. Well, no one mentioned that it was going to rain, so I assume it's going to be dry.
Right, so qualifying underway.
Right, let's try to go on board with Honey Badger. Let's see, this is the part where he was really quick on the last lap, last quali.
Yeah, he was slow up to here, but then really quick through the Degners.
He's not now. Well, his Degner 2 was pretty good, but he's not up for pole position by the looks of it. Getting a little bit there. His exit on hairpin is decent, but no. So far in P9. If we could get Gavolis up front, like ahead. Oh, here comes Honey Badger. Wow, he gained like massively in Spoon and moves up from P8 to P2, P1 now even. What did he do?
I think he just got such a fantastic drive through Spoon.
That was
out of it.
He must have gained like half a second on everyone.
There is a lot of time that can be, if you can nail that set of corners, you know, because a lot of people will twitch out wide.
He won. Oh no, Gavolis gets disqualified. That is from a championship point of view, the last scenario he'd want.
Yeah.
Right. The starting lineup for the Japanese Grand Prix. Honey Badger, then the two Swedish guys, Romero and Pipke. We got Connor, Rika, Young, Hummer, Andre, Adam, Johnny, Skipper, Summers, Double, D-Rush, Composite, Palm Beer, and Cavolis. Aye.
Yeah, and if you look, 0.3 covering the top 8. So nice and close. Andre was impressive there, actually. He was doing really well, sort of second, third. I think he had a moment coming out of Spoon, which is why he dropped back a bit. But yeah, he seems to be impressing tonight. The players now choosing their setups for the feature race. So it might be slightly different from the sprint race. Interesting to see the tyre strategies. It's a medium hard, hard medium. Last night I started on the mediums and undercut the cars ahead of me probably by about 2 or 3 laps. So they were tiring a bit towards the end, but I did manage to undercut and actually get past, because it can be so difficult, obviously, fighting in a train, certainly around the S's, around the Degners. So if you can get yourself in some clear air, or just with a couple of cars, it's better. But yeah, I think medium hards is pretty much the way to go. Haven't seen any weather, so we're assuming it's going to be dry.
Yeah, looks like it. Right. Let's see what they've done with tires. Well, nearly all drivers are starting on the mediums, apart from 3, which are Connor, starting from 4th. Johnny, bit surprising after his pretty good sprint. He starts from P10 and starts on the hards. Skipper in P11, also from the hards. Everyone else is on mediums. I definitely would have expected Gavolis to start on hards, because he needs to try something different.
Well, yeah, but then if his pace is good, he can use the mediums to try and make some overtakes on track.
Yeah,
Perhaps
but
come
but
in.
but without a mistake from Honeyberger, he's not going to win.
Oh, well, no, or a safety car.
Yeah, well, that's my point. If you start on hards, everyone is pitted, you're still out, and then there's a safety car. That's your opportunity window.
Yes.
That's still a gamble. But yeah. So what point situation are we looking at?
Points. Yeah. Let's have a quick look. Standings, bring it up. Right, so Honey Badger had 188. He'll now have 196 for picking up 8. Cavolis will move on to 165.
So the gap is?
Oh no, 165. And that'll be 196. Hold on.
I will.
Calculator out. Sorry.
Yeah, we're getting old.
This is,
Come on with your jokes.
Right.
Because despite being old, we can still take a joke.
Well, yeah, half the time we don't hear them. That's probably the best thing.
Yeah. Fair enough.
The gap is 31 points.
31. Wow.
Yeah, and there's a potential of 52 available to Buchanan and Cavolis playing there.
Yeah. Plus, we still have a race here. So, and with Honeybetter on pole, Cavolis in 17, he could create a bigger gap.
Yeah. Yeah, that's as we stand now. Right. I'll go from the back. You look at the front and do the lights.
This still about racing?
Oh, here we go.
Right, here we go. The red lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And off we go. That took a while. Seems like a good start from Romero. But I think Honeyberger's going to hold on to the lead. He does. The two Saubers behind him. Connor in 4th. 5th drops the position to Rika. Of course, Connor on the harder compound tire. It's going to take a while before they're as good as the mediums around him.
Yeah, no real incidents towards the back. Cavolis, I noticed, has hit the back a double, though. I'm trying to see if he has any wing damage.
Well, he did move up 3 positions. He's in P14. We're going to monitor that gap. Because, I mean, I have no preferences in who will win the championship. But I like a good fight.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be nice to see it go to the final day. I mean, Division 1's already done it. Oh, we got an incident a bit further back with D. Summers and Brother Adam.
Of course it's Adam.
Just at the hairpin. So,
he is a magnet, isn't he?
It wasn't a lot of room given there, I have to admit, but he now needs a new front.
No, I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm just saying if anything happens...
yeah, absolutely. He does seem to be, yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. He's had more of those seasons where just everything goes wrong. And then sometimes he has a season where everything goes his way. Unfortunately, it's more of the first than the latter for him.
Yeah, Cavolis up to 10th, by the way.
Wait, what?
Make that 9th.
Hello?
I think he's just about to make a move on Young.
Ooh.
He does as well, up into 9th position. So that's why he's starting on the mediums, because he has pace and he can work his way back through. If he can just get up with someone like Connor, they could work together.
Fair enough. Connor in P5 can't keep up with the top 4. And actually has Hammer all over him.
Yeah. Well, Hammer, as we know, has got good pace around here from the first race. Andre as well was closing in towards the end of that sprint race. So I suppose getting a bit comfy on the track. So could expect a bit more from him. But Honey Badger 1.2 already ahead. So he's broken that DRS.
Yeah, I don't really expect... no offense, the Swedish guys to give him a real run for his money, if you know what I mean. They may stay close,
Yeah,
just don't think they're able to beat him without a mistake from himself.
yeah.
Actually, guy in fourth, Rika, I rate him higher, and I know he's always been doing well in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people have tracks that just suit them. I mean, I like Japan, I like Britain. They're two tracks that I like, they suit me, and I normally do quite well there. I think it's
Yeah.
the same with a lot of people. But one thing I was just going to say is
Yeah.
don't forget that Connor is actually on those hard tyres, so it's going to take him a couple of laps to get some heat into them.
Yeah. He just dropped position to Hammerda. Drops his sixth. Pipke overtook his teammate Romero. Two cousins working together.
Yeah, they need to work together to close that 1.8 second gap now to Honey Badger.
Yellow. It's Adam. Adam. Oh boy. If you hear a cat, it's mine. It's making some weird noises. It's not me.
Right, so yeah, Brother Adam way last now. Literally just crossing the line now.
He already had a horrible sprint, and now it's gone wrong quickly already in this race. Summers in P15. What happened there? He pitted.
Summers had an incident. I can't remember who it was with. Youngs, I think it might have been up at the hairpin, just caught up. No, it was with Brother Adam, wasn't it? Caught up on the inside there.
This is. Oh, that went nearly wrong. With Young.
Yeah. Miss crossed up at the chicane, did he?
Yeah, he well, braked a bit too late. Nearly took himself out. But he did manage to avoid the others, which is a good thing. Right. So we have Romero in second, 2.5 seconds behind Honey Badger.
Cavoli's going for a move up the inside of Degnan 1. Oh, Jesus. That was brave. He makes it stick, and he's moved himself up into 7th.
So we have a race leader, then we have a group of 3 with Romero, Pipkin, and Rika, and then nearly 3 seconds behind him, we got Hummer leading the group. Well, actually, he's running away from that group. We got Connor leading the group with Cavolas, Andre, Johnny. And a little bit further down is Young.
Yeah, I think those tyres from Connor are going to start kicking in soon. They're going to pretty much start equalising, and it's not going to be too long before they become the better tyre. But Cavolis already closed straight onto the back of Connor. Will look at making a move down this start-finish line under DRS.
I do see... wait, what did Rika do? A penalty?
Let me have a look.
10 seconds. You missed a corner or something because...
Severe collision with Romero.
Yeah, Camaro dropped to P10.
Yeah, so he's had a collision with Romero and been given a 10-second penalty for that.
I was about to say we had in a chat a very happy Mr. Morris as Man United is 2-0 up at Athletic Club de Bilbao.
Blimey, they are as well.
Yeah, and the other English team in Europa League, Spurs, are up 2-0 as well.
Well, day for English sport.
Yeah, well, I don't really like when European finals are between clubs from the same country, to be fair. It's a bit boring.
Just catching up on the chat, actually. Johnny just put get your abacus out, Neil. Yeah, that's about right, actually. I think I had the first model of the abacus when it came out.
Jesus. Meanwhile, Rick in 5th. Hello.
Cavolis in fourth.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Cavola's in fourth with his teammate Ricca in fifth. Hello. Yellow flag. Ricca comes in, probably having damage due to Exility Young. He gets a penalty for spinning in pit lane. It's lap 6 and people are starting to pit at the end of lap 5 already, so that's fairly early.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes the undercut can be very powerful here. So if you've got a group in front of you and they don't pit.
I agree with that, but it's not much of an undercut. You should have damage to repair.
Very true. But then there's no good time to have damage, is there?
Not really. Honey Badger running away. And if he wins tonight, he's going to be in a mega lead for the championship.
Yep. Yeah, we'll obviously do the working outs a bit later. I'll need my bigger abacus for that, but we'll get that one worked out.
Cavola's closing in on Hummer. He is flying. Wow. Oh, has a look at the chicane, but well defended by Hummer.
It'll be past him down this straight though with DRS.
Yeah, here he goes. Third. From 17 to third. And it's just lap 7. Yep. Well done. Well done.
Yep, so up into third. So what is he? 6, 7, 8 seconds behind.
8 seconds behind. Imagine if he could close that and still fight for that win. That would be a comeback.
Yeah. Of course, we've always got the option of that safety car as well, which will scrunch the field right up again. So that 5-second lead that Honey Badger has eked out will be gone. And I do think Honey Badger and Cavolis are pretty similar pace around here, so that could be a good fight.
Yellow. Solved. Another yellow
again.
Where is... safety car.
Well, there's the safety car I was talking about.
That's probably horrible for the hard runners. Johnny, in this case, he's going to stay out. Johnny might be in... Yeah. Johnny might be in the lead after this.
The only thing you could do is if you've got a second set of hards available, come in and put them on mediums and not going to take you 20 laps. So yeah.
No, he's going to hope for another safety car.
Mm-hmm. And there quite often is one late on at Suzuka.
Is he? Johnny? Does he?
No,
just gets the lead. Gets the lead. Right.
Skipper up into third.
Oh. Hello. It's been a while since we've seen that.
Yeah. Well, I think last night, he was up on the podium at one point in Division 1.
Yeah, he was doing pretty well. I think he was 10th or 11th in sprint. Yeah. Not sure what he ended up in the future race. But, yeah, it was pretty quick last night.
Yeah, he is. He's a pain in the arse to get past, actually, sometimes, Skipper. So Skipper, if you do listen to this back next time, if I'll be able to, if you just move over, it'd be lovely. But thank you so much.
No, you don't.
No.
No, you don't.
But it's always good and nice and fair with him. I don't think I've ever had an issue with him. So being one of the older generation as well, we click, I think. So I think we'd even indicate if we had him. Right, so the field's still pretty spread out. Who's that? The last one in the pits, Brother Adam, coming in. How many stops has he had tonight? One thing to have a quick look at.
Well,
Oh, he's only had the 2 stops actually. It's not too bad. Youngs has had 2.
yeah, but he's now on fresh mediums. They're not going to make it to the end.
No, they're not going to make it to the end.
Yeah, but neither is Adam. Sorry.
Not at this rate tonight, bless him, no.
I'm just based on what we've seen him do so far.
Yeah. But just look at, we've got 3 drivers that haven't pitted at all yet. Obviously Johnny, Skipper and Connor. So starting on those hard tyres, they'll be looking at taking them as long as he can. But we'll need to come in for a set of softs, set of mediums at some point.
Yeah, well, crucial here is how do you have the hard tire that you're using now? Do you have it warmed up enough? That's crucial.
Manchester United 3-0 up.
Wow, what's going on with them?
I don't know. Especially against a team that haven't been beaten since August, isn't it, at home?
I'm not aware of that stat, but they usually are a strong team at home, yes. Maybe it's the pressure for them because the final is in their home stadium. So they feel like they must win.
Yeah. But mind you, it's only the first leg and it's only half time. So.
And they have Onana, Man United. So
exactly right.
He could easily make 4 mistakes in 5 minutes, you know.
The thing is, he could also pull off world-class saves, and you're like, oh my god, but it's just the inconsistency. It really is. But I suppose, you know, when you're used to keepers like Schmeichel and, you know, Van der Haar, it's very.
Oh, you remember him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, Van der Haar, Van der Sar. Oh, who else did they have there? Taibbi, he was a bit of a flop.
Who?
Massimo Taibbi. I think he was the one that let the ball bounce through his legs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, anyway. Back to the present. So Mikey will be happy.
Wow. He'll be trying to get some tickets for the final. Safety car is coming in his lap. Brother Adam has not closed the gap fully yet. But as the cars are slowing down to create a gap to the safety car, he will have the opportunity to decrease the gap. And let's see what's going to happen. Johnny in the lead with the restart. Where is he going? Adam closing in. Here we go.
Right, so any moves happening?
Yeah, it's a good start from Johnny. Skipper actually having a good start as well.
Some are making a move on Pombert, so some are making a place up on the restart, up into 9th position. Apart from that, everything else staying pretty static.
Yeah, Brother Adam nearly fully closed the gap and might even do so with the fields this close to each other.
Yeah, with the field that bunched up, they're losing time every single lap, just until it spreads out a bit. Also a magnet for front wing damage as well.
Definitely. Right, Johnny in the lead. We got Honey Badger in second. Skipper leaving a gap already. Connor in fourth.
Past him.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to stay with the camera on the leaders. Oh, Honey Badger is so good for a spoon. It's like it's on rails. Yeah, he takes so much speed coming out of that corner.
Yeah. You see, this is it. If you can set that up to be really smooth and fluent round there, but it's so difficult to do, especially time after time after time, and it only takes one small wind.
Yeah, he's going to take the lead.
Yeah, so we'll see what Johnny's got now to stick with him. They seem to be following in single file behind. We haven't got anyone lining up a move.
No, we mentioned earlier, Skipper is quite hard to overtake because he seems to be carrying so much speed on the straights.
Oh, Young's going for a move on D Rush
And
makes it.
And Connor with the move on Skipper. We have a yellow. Let it not be Adam. No, it's composite.
Composite, yeah. Brother Adam is no longer last.
Woohoo!
And he's only 2/10 off of next to last, although he has locked up big time going into the hairpin now. Sure, he'll have a couple of flat spots. But right, so we'll look back at the front. So Johnny hanging on to Honey Badger at the moment. You say Connor up into third. It'd be interesting to see if that gap closes from Johnny to Connor. To show what Connor's pace is like, but he still does have to make that pit stop, as does second, third and fourth all have to pit.
Yeah.
Romero with a move on Pombear there. Up into the chicane. And moves up into 11th.
Pipke up to 4th.
And Young Excelity is past double, so making the most of those medium tyres at the moment. Brother Adam will be next, about a second further back down the road.
Yellow.
But those mediums not going to last to the end.
Yellow. It's Young.
Yep. So just after giving him a compliment, he stuffs it. So apologies for the commentator curse there. Composite overtakes him, so Young at the back of the field now. With it all to do again.
And Adam up to P14.
Yep. You don't count him out for a podium yet?
No, Johnny is... Oh, well, you never know. But we just don't have many DNFs lately.
No. There's something else we haven't got. It's only pens. No penalties at all so far.
Yeah, come on, Connor.
Yeah. I'm sure Wezza would have got a couple by now.
Right, Johnny is unable to keep up with Honey Badger, who is on much fresher tyres.
Yeah, 2-second gap now pulled out. Connor not really closing in on Johnny either. Oh!
Connor? You said Connor?
That?
You said Connor? Out? You said Connor? Sorry, Colin.
What the... I'm not honestly quite sure what happened there. I was riding on board with him, and then all of a sudden he just appeared in the middle of the track with his wheels on the front of his car.
Did he hit the pit wall entry?
Oh, I wonder if he might have hit the pit wall. Oh, Connor, if you have, honestly, I'm going to slap your legs, young man. Jesus.
Right. Some are pitting. This is not good for Johnny, though. It's too early.
Connor.
Ay. It's a tricky situation. What will you do if you're Johnny now? Lap 13, haven't pitted yet, you're on hards.
I'd pit.
Yeah, but you're going to go on tire, which you probably can't take to the end, and you're going to drop a ton of positions anyway, as well. So
if you strap a set of mediums on with you looking at a couple behind the safety car, you'd be able to take those to the end. So you would just about be able to do it onto the mediums, and you're obviously going to lose less time behind the safety car.
Yeah.
I'd make the gamble now of coming in on the mediums.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to.
There could be a safety car later again. You could jump on a set of softs, or a fresh set of mediums, dependent.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to come in.
Honey Badger's staying out. Johnny is coming in, so yeah, he's going to take advantage of that.
Skipper, same position. Summers, same.
Yeah, Summers will do the same.
I think everyone else will stay out.
I don't think Summers has to because he has already changed tyre compounds, but he'll be looking at putting a nice fresh set of mediums on, trying to be
Yeah,
quick
but
to the end.
he put it really early on, so.
Yeah.
Right. Johnny's going to drop to P10. No. P11 because he had a wing change. Thanks, Johnny. Aye. Well, in that case, it's probably good. Because if you have wing damage, it's going to cost you a lot around here.
Yeah. Just be careful on the restart because they're obviously with the scrunching at turn 1 and then up through the S's, it's going to be potential for another end plate to go.
Right. Might be a moment to talk about real Formula One. As this weekend we are going to go to Miami. Sprint Grand Prix.
Yep.
Before we talk about racing, has anyone seen that Ferrari livery?
It's not really a livery. That's some kind of punishment.
I think if they did it with the thought of bad publicity is good publicity as well, then they have succeeded. Otherwise, if that was not the intention, they should fire the designer.
It's almost like they're saying, look, we've made a crap car this year, so we'll put a crap livery on it as well.
Well, a crap car, it's still like third best car, I think, or fourth, I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't think it's where it was when it ended the season last year.
No, that's true.
Catching up to do. But
right, we're underway again.
I didn't get a warning there.
Yeah, well, it came really late. Honey Badger is leading Pipke now in second. And look, we got Gafolis in third. So after all that, he's not far away from Honey Badger.
Oh, same tyres, same age.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Means he was right and I was wrong.
Yeah, I think you've got to take a gamble on the safety cars, though. I think without that, he wouldn't have been...
No.
I mean, it's still not been huge miles away because he was cutting his way through the field, but then it sort of becomes more static on their lap times.
He's going to want to be ahead of Pipke as soon as possible to have a chance to fight Honey Badger. Honey Badger keeps amazing me through Spoon. The speed he takes out of there is wow. That's unseen. He just takes 3-4 tens on everyone each lap there in one corner.
Yeah, he's a good driver, Honey Badger. I mean, we've seen that in Division 1. He's very competitive up in Division 1. So hopefully he'll be up there next year, obviously depending on availability, but it would be nice to have...
if he applies for a seat next season and he's shown he's probably the best driver in this division, which automatically would have him a division higher up.
Yeah. Oh, Pipke just catching the inside of the S's there, spinning it a bit. Holds on to it, but Cavolis now through. 2.1 seconds behind Honey Badger, though.
Aye. It's damage limitation for Cavolis.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you can't beat him, you need to be as close as you can, and there's no better place than being directly behind him.
I think you calculated it out before the race. The gap currently between the two drivers was just over 30 points.
It was 31, so very much just.
So if it stays like this, it's 38. Who has fastest lap? Honey Badger. the gap would be 39 points.
Yep, with a possible
Oh,
52 on the table.
Oh, we have a
Safety
retirement.
car.
Another safety car. What are you going to do now? Oh, Honey Badger, very late. I'm not sure that was a legal move. Because he crossed that line.
Pit lane.
Yeah, he committed to pit lane. It looked more like he tricked someone else into it. That could lead to a penalty afterwards.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure now. I think you can abort. I remember Hamilton doing it, but
can't
remember the penalty. We'll have to have a look through the rules. But
the funny thing is, Hamilton did it 2 years in a row on the same track, and 1 year he got nothing, and the other year he did. So it's a bit, both in Germany. So it's just how do the stewards, or who are the stewards that weekend? Kind of, if we're being fair, and not about Hamilton, but in general, it really depends on who the stewards are, what the penalties are going to be.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Which, in my opinion, is not right.
No, you need that consistency.
Right, so Cavola's opted to pit. Drops him to P10. Sure, fresh tires.
Hummer's gone for the softs down in 13th.
That seems early.
At the end.
Johnny up back to P4. Interesting. So Pipke's second, Rika in third.
Yeah, I mean, on tyres, Johnny's probably in the best position, but he's got the three in front of him. Obviously, they've got good pace, but
he needs to do another 10 laps on him.
Yeah, that's more than doable on the mediums.
If he could clear Rika quickly, and even Pipke, who knows?
Yeah.
But if he can't get through that part of traffic, yeah, it's going to be tough.
And look, who's in 8th position?
Ooh, I'm not going to mention his name.
No, he's done very well to get up to there. We'll move on.
How about P6? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely having a nosebleed. Never been that high up.
No, 10 places made in the race so far.
And then he's having Summers right behind him. Wow. 2 corners? Maybe one?
Yeah, maybe one.
Yeah.
The thing is, as well, he's got Skipper in front of him, and as we've said, Skipper's not easy to overtake. So
no, but he's been really quick on his track. He's on a good strategy today, in a great position. Ideally for him, Skipper, Paul Beer manages to keep the cars behind him, actually behind him for a little bit. That would create a little bit of a gap, possibly, with Skipper to the rest, and he could be in for his season best.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna have the safety car coming in at the end of this lap.
Yep, lights are out on the safety car. Safety car is in this lap. So we'll have 9 laps of racing left.
Yep.
So Honey Badger, when's he gonna go? He's gone. He's gone straight out of the chicane. Pipkey was a little bit caught. Oh, who's out? Brother Adam. Oh,
oh my.
Yeah, moving on. Honestly, we didn't even mention you because you can't blame us on that one, mate.
No,
but
no. I'm
right.
gonna have a look at Johnny and Skipper there. Summers, as expected, cleared Pomblier quite quickly. Here's Johnny on the inside of Ricka. Much better tires there for Johnny, but Ricka defends well. Let's have a look. Cavola's moved up P8, and we have another yellow. Oh, Pomblier! Oh, he was up in a phenomenal position.
That's on you.
Oh, Cavola's dropping. Oh no, yeah, and damage. And now in the fight with Adam. And that's it. Aye.
How's Adam back up to 12 all of a sudden? He was last a minute ago.
Yeah, well, because Romero and Pomblier and Cavola's all got into trouble. Well, wait, we got DRS available again. We have Honeybatcher still in the lead comfortably. Pipke in second, Ricka in third, Johnny still behind him.
Yeah, so although DRS enabled on this lap, you don't actually get it until the start of the next lap.
That's
you're
true.
Already past the DRS activation zone.
Romero and Pomblier in the pit lane.
Oh, Johnny is so much faster than Ricka. He
Yeah,
just cannot get past him.
No.
Pipkey nearly out of DRS as well on Honey Badger. And Honey Badger obviously got his spoon coming up, which is one of his best corners. Gap's already at 1.1.
Johnny. 2/10. Oh, so close to Ricka. Pretty good exit there.
Honey Badger balances the throttle so well going through spoon. That's why he's just got ultimate control with it. He just balances that throttle. Fair play to him.
Yeah, he's making the difference in that corner today. Oh, Johnny nearly sends it at the chicane. He's going to set it up now. Already opening the ERS. He's going to send it and take P3. A disappointing season for Johnny, but might be on his way to another podium as he had one 2 weeks ago.
Shush.
I did not mention your name. Your name is not Johnny. Oh, wait.
Oh, dear. Right. Yeah, Summer's back up into fifth as well. My God, it's like a yo-yo this race so far. People have been down the bottom, back up, down the bottom again, back up. The only person who's been static, I think, has been Honey Badger.
I can only say he's been phenomenal today.
In fairness, most of the season, he really has been a cut above. I mean, okay, Poop Cannon has pushed him hard. Cavolis has pushed him hard as well in certain races.
Yeah, but in the end, it comes down to no races off, as in don't miss any, and don't have races where you retire or don't score points.
Yeah, they're the ones I struggle with.
Really?
Yeah. But no, he's been very consistent this year.
Actually, I noticed that your win last night moved you up to P7 in the championship.
Oh.
I think that's definitely like the highest it's been in a few seasons.
Certainly, so yeah. I mean, I have to. I mean, F123. I had a lot of time, and I put a lot of practice in on that, and I was pretty good on that. Then I think F124 came out. It was a change. Obviously, work circumstances changed. Um, I wasn't able to make races, and I wasn't able to practice, and that's the hardest. As the amount of times we jumped on, did 2 laps on TT, and then got into the race, and it doesn't work. If you want to win, you've got to put the time in. And more recently, I've been able to put the time in, and it's showing it on track. But yeah, a couple of poor seasons after a few years fighting for the title. So I thought I'd take a back seat for a while. As Ricardo said, I never left. I just stepped
Johnny, meanwhile, moved up to P2, and he's immediately running away from Pipke. Now let's see if he could reel in Honey Badger.
Yeah, so the tyres will be pretty equal at the moment.
Yeah. 5 laps to go after this. Yellow. Very briefly, probably someone that went wide at Spoon. Summers and Ricca in the fight.
Yeah, so Summers up into 4th place. He'll be on the hunt for that podium position.
Cavola's definitely regretting to pit under that last safety car.
Yeah, it hasn't worked out for him.
No.
Right, at the front, 2.3 seconds, 5 laps to go, including the one that we were on.
Time penalty for Adam.
Andre as well in 6th there. So he's doing quite well. Still on the back of Rika, so it looks like he could get up into 5th. It'd be good points for Williams, 4th and the 5th as we stand. Gap at the front, 2.8 now.
Yeah, the thing is, Johnny's tires are starting to drop off.
Yeah. Yeah, and the hards are as well, but not to the degree that the mediums are. Johnny just needs to keep an eye on Pipke behind, because Pipke's tyres have quickly become the better tyres.
Yeah, but... Oh. Ricca and Andre there. Good battle.
Two Red Bulls both locking up there in 8th and 9th position, going into the hairpin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Different tires, but Hummer's tires were probably not feel very good.
No, 7-lap old softs even are going to be struggling a bit. And so it wasn't perhaps the best decision to make, but then you can always look back. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. Sometimes take a gamble, it works.
If you look at it, all the drivers who pitted on that last safety car are in a worse position than they were before.
Yep.
Young moves up to P7, drops Skipper to 8. Oh, Skipper may lose out on another position with Hummer behind him. That is a shame because he was doing so well today. We'll still get some points, but it looked for a long time there was more in it for him.
It seems to have been the season for Skipper, to be honest, where he's been in good positions and then for one reason or another it sort of dropped down to the tail end of the points or just outside. But we know he's got more than capable in him.
Yeah. It's a strong field for him.
Yeah.
To drive against.
Whilst we're talking about the field, don't forget obviously F1 25 coming out soon. If you've got any friends that want to play, want to join the league, it'd be wonderful to get some new members in. Maybe get enough drivers together that we could create 3 divisions. Maybe have them a bit more balanced across the board. But
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, if you know of anyone, please get them to sign up. It'd be lovely to have them.
Back to R11, which we started talking about a while ago. What do you think this weekend? We got a sprint.
Yeah, it's Miami, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Norris is quite good at Miami. Obviously, picked up his first win last year, so he's going to be confident. Piastri is obviously on the crest of a wave and just.
Oh, Hummer with a slide. Sorry to speak when you were.
No,
but
not a problem.
Hummer with a massive slide there in the S's nearly went off track.
That's the thing with the further on with these tyres go, you can get some nice drifting going. Certainly, who was that? That was Skipper nearly losing it in the background under the bridge. Managed to gather it.
Adam lost it as well.
But yeah, so, as I was going to say, you can get some real good drifting going on. Whether you mean to or not, sometimes it just happens.
So, yes, F1.
Yeah, I don't think you can look past the McLarens, but I mean, Max can make a shopping trolley quick. So, I mean, you can't count him out. I'll be honest, I think it's going to be the McLarens of either Norris or Piastri. I think are going to be the victor this weekend.
Yeah. I think we're going to see George on the podium. He's having a strong season.
Yep. But no, what I said about Piastri is he reminds me very much of Alain Prost.
Wait. Summers in trouble.
Someone's got a 3-second pen.
And a half spin and loses more positions. And Prost, well, in the sense of he's calculated. He's not the quickest on pure pace because I think on most tracks Lando Norris is quicker.
Oh, I think Norris is the quicker driver, but Piastri is the better racing driver.
For those who do not understand what we mean with that, means less mistakes, more calculated, smarter decisions, more patience. Being able to bring home a car safe and well in a great position, doesn't take too much risk, right?
Which is exactly what Honey Badger's done tonight, and he's just about to come around the chicane for the final time to take the checker flag and extend his championship lead.
Come on, do magic. No. He wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Johnny takes second for the second time this season. We got Pipki, Rika, Andre in P5, Summers 6, but drops due to his pen. Young in 6, Hummer in 7. Summers 8, Skipper in 9. Cavolas.
Well, let's bring home a single point. So what was it? 31. That's 25. So
and 26. So it's the gap was 25. I think it's done.
Yeah, I think it's done. Well, I say 31 points. He's got that. So 20 will be 55. 50. Yeah. Yeah.
30. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He is.
So
Yeah,
congratulations, Honey Badger, Division 2 Season 12 champion. Look forward to racing you weekly next year in Division 1.
yeah.
But faultless
Well,
drive tonight. It's been cracking all season.
and Nell's gonna
A
smack
deserved
your ass
champion.
there.
We've had some good races so far, so I think I did cost him pole at Hungary though. I think he let me through thinking I
Oh,
was on a hot lap and I was actually just starting one. So he was
ah.
stuck behind me, but never
Right.
mind.
He's done well. There were 3 standout drivers this season, and he was the most consistent of them.
Yep. So no, many congratulations, Honey Badger,
Yeah, well done.
champion Division 2.
Right. The official results of the feature race. We got Honey Badger, Johnny, and Pipke on the podium. Then we have Rika, Andre, Young Exility, Hammer, Summers, Skipper, and Cavalos taking away the points. Just outside the points, we have Brother Adam, Double, D-Rush, Romero, Pombeer, Composite, who did not finish, and Connor, who did not finish. Those are the results.
Yeah. As we say, just to say, yep, Honey Badger's put in there, am I champ? Yes, you are.
Yeah, he is, he is, he is.
Congratulations, a really strong season. So yeah, many congratulations, mate. Right. So championship decided. I'm not sure about the constructors. I don't think that's sewn up yet. So I think we have something to go
Well,
into the final race with.
could we have a look at that?
Just do the
In the
quick
mix were
math.
Ferrari, Aston Martin. No, those two. Rika did some good scoring for. So Aston Martin had 34 points. Comes at 249. He might take the lead. Aston Martin. It's going to be tight for constructors between Ferrari and Aston Martin.
Well, so it's
That's
going to be good going into the final race. At least we've
yeah,
got something to sort of fight for. But obviously, Honey Badger will be there as champion. No pressure on him next week. So I'm sure he'll step aside and let someone else win.
yeah. No. I think if the rule was if you win the championship with a race to go, you need to do comms in the next week.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And the commentators race. I think that was what it was.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah. So
we will see you on track next week with Honey Badger on comms.
absolutely, yeah. That'd be. I look forward to that. I'll listen to
Yeah.
that while I'm racing. Right. Well, with that, I suppose we better close tonight. That's another great race. D2. It never fails to entertain.
Nope.
Always a great watch. Some good racing in there. We will be back for the season finale and the F124 finale next Wednesday. Hopefully we'll have a stream up next Wednesday for Division 1, and Division 2 on Thursday will be coming from Melbourne.
Oh,
Keep saying
regular
Adelaide,
race.
but it's
No,
Melbourne.
no sprints. Um,
And last
just
chance to play Jokers. So anyone that doesn't will
oh,
face a DSQ from the championship.
yeah,
Cavolis,
yeah.
Poop Cannon. Anyone that
Oh,
hasn't.
oh, that could cost the constructors actually.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just something to have a look out for.
And don't forget your finishing position of drivers and constructors combined is determining the position of car and teammate choice for the next season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
So
it could drop right to last.
let's say your teammate hasn't played the Joker yet. make sure he does, because it influences your position as well for the next season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, we want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will be back next week with one more round of F124. Thank you all for watching. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.